Hello, hello. Welcome to
Hello.
FC Mobile Live. It is good to be back. I'm here with Tack. Welcome back, Tack. It's good to see you
Thank
back
you.
on the show. How are
It's been
things?
a while, right? It's been a while. Yes, I was in vacations, guy. Glad to see everyone here. Good to be back. Wow, and I'm back with a bunch of good news, right? We have a lot to show today, and I was so excited, so looking forward to today's show. So I hope you guys are ready too. I hope you guys are excited and looking forward because we have gameplay update, we have spectator mode coming up, and we have a new event. So jam-packed show. But we had some announcements to make before we get into the thick of it, right, Antoine?
Yeah, I mean, jam-packed show is a good one. I think before the we started, we also called it a beefy show. So there's a lot to it. I think in this one, there's whatever you want to call it. This is a big show. There's a lot in it. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think first before we just jump in, I'm seeing a lot of people in chat are getting hyped up already. Um, it is great to see everybody getting hyped up. Um,
Yep.
but yeah, Tack, there's a lot of stuff first. I think the first one we wanted to talk about, right, was April Fools, was it? Just to like
Yeah.
ask who did you pack in April Fools? Who was the prime icon, the toddy icon that you got from April Fools? I mean, I got a 50 OVR player. I was pretty happy with some good training
Yeah,
XP.
me
I don't know,
too.
who did you get, Tack?
XP is so good. I got a Brazilian, of course, an icon walkout for my bronze player, which is happily now sitting as XP in my lineup. How about you guys? What did you get?
I know those King. If I don't know if you got the striker King, but he is a mainstay in my lineup now. So yeah, what do you guys think though? Was it a good joke?
Yes. I had fun. I think it was, I think it was funny.
It was good, yeah, it was good. And then the other one as well was the Easter egg hunt. What did we think, chat? I assume everybody got all three of the eggs. You got your kit, you got your Mascherano's. What do we think? A couple little fun little mini events going on. This is a good. It was a good time of year when those pop up.
Yeah, it was. This was definitely more rewarding, I would say. And thank you, community, for posting where the eggs were, because I wasn't working, right, and I didn't know exactly where they were. So I saw some posts in the community. So thank you guys for posting up and helping me out with that. I owe you some
Yeah,
mascaras.
for sure. It was good to see that. I'm also seeing in chat training transfer. Those are still being mentioned, which is great because more to come on that. We don't have a date yet of when we're going to be sharing more information, but we are hoping to in the coming weeks. But no, nothing confirmed. Just letting you guys know that we are talking about it. We know we see all the comments, we see everything. So rest assured, we are working on it in some form. But moving on as well, Tack, we have some reminders. Division rival season,
Was
right?
standard reminders about division rivals we always see when a season resets. So it's going to reset April 7th, right? But then new rewards are coming April 11th. So hold on to your points, hold on to your advanced points because updated rewards are coming later the week. So same as always, just guys, just tell your friends as well to hold off to their points because we always see people disappointed. Oh my god, I spent my points, and then new rewards are coming. So just wait a few days, be patient. And we
100%.
also
There's
had
always
something
that
about
post, right?
yeah, exactly. It's yeah, it's unfortunate, but please, guys, help us make the community more aware of the new rewards. We also had something about an announcement about locker room, right? Maybe just a warm up about it. Tell us more about that,
Uh,
Antoine.
yeah. So if you guys saw late last week, there was an announcement about this locker room challenge. So we just dropped the link here in chat. What it is basically is you can design a kit that follows the theme. The first theme we're going with here is fire and ice, and you submit it onto here for the opportunity in the future to get it actually added in game. So If you have a creative side or you're good at design, or if you always wanted to have a kit of yours in game, make sure you go to the link we dropped in here, download the package of the kit template, and then design your kit on top of that and then submit it. So submissions are open until Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific is when it closes. So submit that if you want. And then in the coming weeks, we're going to be selecting the 5 top ones, and then we're going to have a community vote. And from those 5 shortlisted, the top 2 vote getters will be added into the game at a future date. So this is a really cool opportunity to get your kit design added into the game, and then to see the whole community rock it and say, hey, I made that. That's my kit. I think it's a really cool challenge we're doing here. And also trying to get more of these in the future for maybe some emotes, maybe do logos, maybe do balls as well. Just bring a whole new kind of community aspect to Locker Room. So more information in that link, but just letting you guys know Thursday is the deadline for submissions.
Awesome. That's exciting to see. I would love to see some of my designs in game too, but I'm not good at that, so I'll leave it to the community. All right, I think we're ready. We built it up, built the excitement up. I think we're ready to get into the what everybody came here for, right, Antoine?
Yeah, I think, chat, are we ready to talk about gameplay? That is what I want to know first, is what are we thinking, chat? Gameplay updates. Our gameplay team, Timo, they've been working hard on this for months, and we want to just show you guys what we've been up to, what the team's been up to, and a lot of this is community driven by feedback that we see, that the gameplay team then sees and makes adjustments. So I see a lot of yeses in chat. I'm saying people say, quickly, go, just do it.
Just show us, please.
Exactly.
Awesome. Great to see the excitement.
So I think, Tak, we should get into it, right? Timo made a recording for us. He was unable to make it with time zones, but he put together a really nice 6-minute video, which will outline the major changes. And then after that, we're going to come out, and then the 2 of us are going to be talking through it a bit more, going through some Q&A, answering your questions, any kind of extra gameplay questions you have, we can go through that. That sounds good to you guys?
All right, let's get into it. Hear it out for Timo.
Hey, what's up everyone? This is Timo, FC Mobile gameplay producer. Today, I'm excited to share with you the details of the gameplay update coming to you all in early April. At the high level, the theme of this gameplay update is to improve build-up play and chance creation through passing and dribbling, as well as balancing the effectiveness of crossing. So let's dive into the details. The key focus for this update is to make both ground and ground through passes more reliable and effective, allowing you to build up your attacks more directly and get into better scoring opportunities more often. We achieve this by improving the pass targeting system, which not only does a better job avoiding your opponent's defenders, but also lead your players into more favorable attacking areas. Ground through passes in particular will have increased lead distance, allowing you to open up the defense and guide your teammates towards goal. Also, pass speed is now faster overall and more affected by the short passing attribute, allowing higher rated players to move the ball quicker. Furthermore, we also made optimizations to better read your control input to ensure the pass is going to your intended teammate. When jumping into a match after the update, you will notice that your player's dribbling may feel smoother and more responsive than before. Firstly, we increased the speed for jog dribble, creating an overall more fluid and agile feeling on the ball, allowing you to beat a defender or step into a shot more easily. Secondly, sprint dribble lets your players feel more dynamic, initially knocking the ball ahead for an explosive acceleration, and then transitioning to short touches for a better control and responsiveness after reaching top speed. Since launch, we've been listening, and based on your feedback, we have made a lot of adjustments to crossing, especially in regards to accuracy and effectiveness. The goal here is to create a better gameplay balance and diversify build-up play. Firstly, the crossing attribute now has a much higher impact on the overall quality, accuracy, and speed of the cross. The overall degree of difficulty during a cross situation will play a major role in determining how accurate your crosses will be. For example, if your player is sprinting at full speed down the wing with a defender on his hip and facing away from the box, the cross will most certainly be less accurate. In comparison to taking time to set himself up without being under pressure. Crossing speed has also been reduced in general to allow defenders to better react and compete in aerial duels. You will notice that crosses will come in slower and with more height to create a better gameplay balance. And lastly, I wanted to mention a few other important quality of life improvements and bug fixes included in this April update. Please be sure to check the gameplay deep dive notes to see the full list of improvements and more details. Firstly, players in motion without the ball can now slow down faster and react to the play happening around them. You can now access your substitutions directly from the gameplay menu, helping you to make those important decisions faster. We have adjusted all versus attack basic chances to be more challenging and better reflect their quality. We have adjusted the shot speed in manager mode to better reflect attributes and produce a more realistic experience. We have overall improved our goal replay diversity and also added 2 new replay camera angles, so you can relive those big moments with even more excitement. You can now skip both goal and offside replays in head-to-head matches, so you can get back to the action faster. We have also addressed several issues where sometimes your player would not jump, or jump too early, or even double jump in two-player header situations. These further add to crossing balance and the ability to defend against them. Also, we have addressed the issue of headed passes having a very high and loopy trajectory. Headed passes are now lower and more effective. And that wraps up our gameplay deep dive for this upcoming April update. Here's an overview for you all to summarize the main goals and features, aiming to provide you with a more fun and balanced experience. We look forward to seeing more of your feedback over the next weeks and months, and thank you for being part of this amazing FC Mobile community. Thank you so much, and see you on the pitch.
All right. What did we think, chat, of that update from Timo? I'm excited. I think crossing getting a little bit of an adjustment is well needed, but also passing. I don't know about you, Tak, but I think like more reliable ground passing, a little faster. I think we're going to see more attacking opportunities. It'll be more
Absolutely.
fun, I think.
Agreed. We've all been there, like maybe the targeting wasn't the intended target. So excited to see. Shout out to Timo. He'll probably watch the the recording later on. I was watching here the chats on YouTube and Twitch. So thank you guys for the reactions. That was one of the reasons why I was so excited to be here today with you guys. I guess quick announcements before we get into a more broken down of explanations of what we've just shown, because it's a lot to unpack. This update is coming to FC Mobile on April 9th UTC. All right, guys, and it's going to affect gameplay in all game modes: VSA, head-to-head, manager mode, PVE. So it's going to be global in every game mode. And why don't we start with passing and break down little by little all of the little things that Timo just mentioned here. So passing in general, as we were saying before, sometimes we would feel like targeting was not there. It was a bit sometimes inconsistent. So I think this update will bring a lot of quality to chance creation via passing, be it like just targeted passes or through balls. So excited to see, especially in these examples. As you can see, it's a lot more finessey or accurate. So and I think the goal is to just lead to better chances, lead to more action. Definitely will make the game a bit more dynamic, and ultimately average chances of scoring will be greater.
Yeah, agreed. I think the one to look out for is the short passing attribute will mean that you have faster short passes. So right away, I think of the guys like Pirlo, I think of Lampard, I think of Toni Kroos as really the guys that maybe they're not the fastest players on the pitch, but with this passing update, they're going to be able to really ping the ball a lot faster and split that defense, like you can see with a through ball here. So even someone like a Modric, for example, this passing attribute is going to be really important for build-up play. And we saw Timo go through it. We saw this video here. So it's going to be fundamental for build-up play. And we might see kind of a new meta of scoring and how to get into those positions. As well, I want to pull up crossing. Crossing is the big one. I want to show a little bit more on the replay here. But like Timo said, the big one is cross travel time. So that means that the time it takes for the ball to get into the box from a cross has been increased. It's a little slower, which means this gives your center backs more time to get to the ball and defend. So this is something that means that crosses aren't like useless. They're still going to be a fundamental part of the game, but that means that putting yourself in a good position to make a cross is important. And the player that's making your cross, the crossing attribute will be important. So players that have a high crossing attribute will be able to put in better crosses, and then the weak foot and strong foot will matter. So here's an example. You're running down the wing with your right winger, and he's left footed, but he tries to take a cross with his right foot, and he's off balance, and there's a left back that's on his back pulling at him, and you try to cross it in really at a weird angle. That's not going to be a good cross. So right now, the way it's set up is you're going to have to set yourself. You're going to have to be a little more open and then put in a proper cross in with your strong foot. So that's what I'm excited for, is it's going to really reduce this amount of like running down the wings and just randomly sending a cross into your Toddy Holland to hit a goal. So I think that's what a lot of people have been asking for. Hey, I know you guys. I know what kind of plays you guys are using, what kind of players. So that's a big one. And the other thing to mention is that this crossing update doesn't affect heading. So heading accuracy, heading power, that is not affected. What is affected is the crossing delivery. So like you can see, the quality, the loopingness, that's what's changed. So we're hoping it brings more balance to head-to-head here. And then the other one, tack, is player movement. Or no, actually, wait, hold up. The other one we wanted to show here was the auto switch move assistance. We've got another clip here we can show that wasn't on the update. Do you want to go over this one, tack?
Yeah, absolutely. It kind of like also ties to crossing in general too. So the example here makes it a little bit easier to understand what do we mean about auto switch move assistance. Do you know when you're closing down the winger with your fullback and your directional input is going outside of the box, and then there's an inbound cross coming to your box, And when you switch it over, your defender kind of like mispositions a little bit because of the initial direction that you had. So what's essentially happening here is that now there will be this automatic help for you to keep the defender that's supposed to defend in the box in a contextually right path, even though your direction is going the other way. Because the game is fast, so not everyone can react in time. So as you can see, like the little lines here are the directions that the player is inputting. But as you can see, the defender is actually going to the box and trying to defend and try to win the arrow duel there. So that's what we mean by auto switch move assistance. It's a difficult term, but I think with this image here in this video, actually, it's a lot easier to understand. So essentially, you have some help in terms of the direction that your defender should go after you get either an auto or semi-auto switch in air balls.
Yep. Let's see. Well, before we get into some more of the gameplay details, were there any questions, chat, about crosses, about passing, about auto switch move assistance? I want to see in chat, did we have any more questions about that? All right, while we wait for some questions, Tack, also briefly, Timo went over was the player movement. So we don't have any examples really to show you outside of the ones he showed, but jog dribble and dynamic sprint dribble, those are ones you're just going to feel in game. Players are going to feel a little smoother. They're going to feel a little bit faster on the ball when you're not sprinting. And then when you do sprint, you're going to kick it forward a lot faster, and then small touches with dribble. So I'm excited to see how my players with high dribbling feel, because I was told it kind of feels a little different. It feels a little smoother. So that'll be interesting. But let's see if there's any questions here about gameplay. Will current cards get the new attributes? So these aren't like adjustments to the attributes. It's actually adjustments to the whole gameplay. So it'll be in head-to-head. It'll be versus attack in just regular matches. Your players will just play based on these adjustments. It's not like their attributes or traits or anything are changing.
Yeah, good question here from Twitch. Is the auto switch assistance just in crosses or in general? So it's only in specific scenarios, and mostly of them are for airballs.
Will the gameplay be the same with 5-star weak foot players with crosses? So yeah, that's a good question. So like I mentioned earlier, crossing with your weak foot reduces the accuracy. So I think 5-star weak foot players will be valuable in the wings because they technically shouldn't see too much. Well, they won't see an error if they're on their left or the right because they have 5-star in each. So that's a very good question. And it'd also be important to look at, is my left winger right-footed? Is my right winger right-footed? And kind of adjust based on that if you are going to cross. All right, let's see if there's any other questions.
I saw some questions about timing. So we're going to start maintenance time for the April update on April 9th UTC. So depending on which region you live, it could be April 8th when it actually starts, but we'll keep everyone updated via social media posts closer to the date so you guys can prepare.
There was another question here that I saw someone ask, is that will these crossing and auto switch move assistance also work with through lobbed balls? So this crossing doesn't affect through lobbed balls because it's slightly different. It's a different control. But I can imagine the auto switch move assistance might give you a little bit of help if there's a headed ball on one of those lob through balls, that it might kind of drag you a little bit over. But it's mostly focused on crossing into the box. We should probably just go quickly through those quality of life changes that Timo went through. We'll pull up the substitutions one here again. I'm interested about this one. Like you guys saw in that video, right? It's going to be right there, single tap. I'm excited. It'll be a lot easier to make subs.
I gotta be honest, I don't think I'm too slow, but I can never pull up subs there. I usually wait for a halftime or, I don't know, like a free kick, a set piece. But even though I don't have time to think about it, so probably this will help out slow guys like me out there.
Yeah. And then we saw the other changes that Timo went through. We can probably go through these pretty quick. There's the skippable goal and offside replays. A note is that only the person that scored the goal or committed the offside can skip it. So just be a friendly player and skip your offsides. Just pro tip.
Yeah, it's common courtesy out there. You know, everybody has a valuable time. I mean, if you want to watch your replay 5 times, sure, do it. But it's common courtesy, so definitely we'll save a lot of time. Imagine like in conjunction, all the skip replays that we have, we could be saving like thousands of hours or millions of hours in general. The other quality of life changes that we have incoming are new replay camera angles, which are always nice. More replay cameras to skip. I'm joking.
Yeah, those look really good.
Yeah, true. And the one that I was excited about was VSA basic chances. As we know, if we're out there playing, basic chances, they actually felt quite easy, to be honest, after you got used to like most of them. Unless you started like way back in the wings. For example, the ones that you started centrally, they're quite easy to score. So there wasn't like a lot of like disparity between basic chances and medium or great chances. So excited to see. I haven't tested out yet, but excited to see if this makes a huge change in how you play VSA.
Yep, for sure. And then manager mode, there's going to be more realistic shot power. Pretty straightforward. Also, let's rattle through these because we do have spectator mode to get through quickly. We had the looping header one Timo mentioned. We can just pull that one up again quickly. This one's one if you notice in head-to-head they loop a lot, so good to see this change. And then actually, while we're going through our last little quality of life changes tack, there was the one, the free kick camera. Have you guys ever had that instance when you're swiping for a free kick and somebody's on the goal line defending it with a header, and then the camera angle doesn't change and it just kind of like stays in the free kick camera mode, and you're kind of left looking like, where's the ball? What do I do? That has been addressed, so it'll be adjusted so that it actually comes back to the regular view. And then tack to wrap up, right, was set piece camera preferences.
Exactly. Sometimes if you either wanted to have like the top view or the actual like back of the player view, it would not save your preference. So every time you started a new match, for an example, it would reset. So now it kind of like remembers your preferences. So quality of life changes. Really, really interesting. Lots of them are like if you stack them up, it just leads you to a better experience while playing.
For sure. And then with that, let's get into spectator mode. This is kind of a cool little feature that's in leagues. So the basis of spectator mode, guys, is that you can watch your league mates play live in FC Mobile. So you can see here in the league screen, you come and you press play match and you can play against someone in your league. And then from there, it'll be broadcast to everybody else in your league. So you can come in and watch Jason take on Drea, or you can see myself take on Jason, either live or also recorded for up to 7 days. So it's a fun way to do like league tournaments or like kind of community tournaments, but then also you can rewatch your matches. And tack, there's some cool like settings too that we can adjust when watching.
Yeah, absolutely. You can pick between your preferred camera. You can pick where you're going to display the cursor, or if you're going to display the cursor. Commentary, you can set it on and off. So I think all of this spectator mode in general, how it's set up, it's kind of like made in a way that it gives agency to players, right? I see it actually as a tool that could rocket the competitive scenario for FC Mobile, because essentially what we have here is a way of watching matches of other people. Because before then, what we would have to do to like keep track of matches that were 1v1 would be to either trust the players or like see history. kind of like was a hurdle. So I see spectator mode as a big step forward to this unlocking and this beautiful competitiveness that we have in our game. I'm excited because with the tools that are available right now, for example, we could already see a bunch of leagues and tournaments that are organic in the game already, like doing so well. So I can't even imagine how the community will kind of like flourish with this spectator mode that's coming up soon.
Yeah, I think this is just a shout out to people who are already in head-to-head tournaments. This is going to be a great way to set them up with leagues. Or if you have like a really active league, you can set up tournaments in there. Or if you're not even in a league, here's a nice little incentive to join one, start your own. Or you could even like have them in people in Discord setting them up. I think this is going to be a cool way for people to watch the matches, like you said, and the competitive scene should take a nice step forward with it. So that as well is coming in the April 9th update next week. Like Tack had mentioned earlier, it's going to be similar to previous updates we've done where there's a little bit of like a maintenance period. We'll have more updates on like exactly when, but expect a bit of a downtime there. Tackers, was there anything else we needed to go through for the April update, or are we good to get into?
I think we covered most of it. I think we're all ready to showcase the next event. And while we prepare ourselves here, I want to hear from chat. What's your favorite part about the April update? Tell us in chat, because I'll be reading it through while we kick it off. Centurions. Wow, what a show we have today, right? Like the April update would have been a show by itself because it's so full of interesting content.
We went through a lot. I mean, some people in chat were like, guys, stop the yapping. But you know what? We don't get to yap that often. There's a lot of cool stuff to talk about, so I'm excited.
When you're yapping about good stuff, it's good yapping, right?
Exactly, right?
Yeah. Yep.
All right,
should
we get into Centurions?
Highlights. Yeah, true.
Definitely.
Let's go. Let's get into it. Quit yapping. Let's get into it.
Let's get into Centurions. Team 1. Chat. Ramos, Neymar, Royce. Did you guess it right?
Did you guess it right? Let's see. Ramos. People excited about Gavi. I'm excited about Neymar. I'm excited about Militão. I'm even excited about Talisca. Wout Weghorst, yeah, it's a good lineup. Of course, popular players, but also some players like Vardy, right? That is this the first player item for Vardy, Antoine? For the
Unless
season?
he's gotten a team of the week some other week, I think this is the first event item for Vardy. So he's been an FC Mobile Classic or FIFA Mobile Classic at that point. But I think it's good to see him in there. The other one too is Falcao. It's been a minute. I think we saw Falcao last year in Centurions was when he was there, or was it a different program? But he was there last year. It's good to see him come back.
Yeah, he's always a good one. He usually has good attributes in game. Usually ends up being a good player in game. Joe Hart there, interesting to see too. Some shout outs to Wout Weghorst. For me, highlights Neymar for sure, and Militão. Both are recovering there from injuries, so speedy recovery for them. I think Militão is about to play some matches.
Yeah. I saw some people in chat joking about how Weghorst comes in after the April update for crossing, when in previous seasons he was like the guy that everybody would use for crossing and headers, and now he comes in at the same time. Actually, you'll get like a few days with the previous crossing with Weghorst, so you only get maybe like 4 days of Weghorst headers, and then after that it's gonna be a little tougher.
Yeah, enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah, it's funny though. But yeah, I agree. It's a good lineup here of Team 1. A lot of guys coming back from injury on that top row, but also guys that have been around for a long time, and they represent what Centurions is about. It's like long-standing players, guys who have hit important milestones. So I'm excited to jump into the game here and show you guys how to earn all these players.
Absolutely. Guys, reminder that Centurions is launched Thursday UTC, okay? It's a different date from the April update, which is 9th UTC.
Exactly. So let's take a look here at this main screen. We've got Philip Lahm on the front here. There are 4 kind of main icons in Centurions. And we'll pop this open here. Oh, it's going to send me to the final chapter here. Oh, you get a little look at the board. We'll get into that later.
Spoilers.
But yeah, Tack, take us through these icons here.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you have to do when Centurion starts? Oh, before that, actually, let me go with the basics, right? So Centurions lasts until May 2nd UTC. I don't think it's exactly 4 weeks. So last day is May 2nd UTC. All right. It's a main event. It has Star Pass, it has chapters, it has quests, exchanges, all that you expect from a main event. And as you can see, when you kick off Centurions, you get to pick between Zico or Van Nistelrooy. After you pick your choice here, you get to unlock the chapter in which we'll show later. So after the first week, which features Zico and Van Nistelrooy, you also get to pick between Makelele or Philip Lahm, and each one of those choices have their own chapter with different mechanics, different ways of you to unlock them, right? So guys, actually, why don't you help us pick here between Zico and Van Nistelrooy? I promise not to bias you too much because I have a clear winner in my head, but which would you choose if you were here with us now?
Yep, you decide, chat. Based on your choice here, we'll go into that chapter.
Okay, I think there's a clear winner, ahead. Yeah. Yeah, can't go wrong with Zico.
Zico looks to be taking it.
He would be my choice too, of course, but all right, so that's what we need to do to unlock the first chapter here, which is available in the very first day. There are two more that will be unlocked in the coming weeks. And what you have to do here is play skill games and matches. And what's different this time is that after you play your skill games and matches, you get your progress points there, and you claim them. But you get one of 3. Actually, you get 3 different currencies there, which are based in passing, speed, and finishing. And the thing here is that you have actually 3 options of Zico player items, which have boosted stats according to speed, passing, or finishing. So you get to choose between one of the 3, and it's basically your own preference, right? The differences between the base differences between these 3 different versions of Zico aren't like super different, but depending on your playstyle, for an example, if you want someone who wants to be there in the box with more presence, for example, you could opt for shooting. Or if you're a base merchant, you can definitely go with the speed Zico. So after you get your 100 progress points, you get the traits currency there, and you can use this triangle there to exchange in a 2-by-1 ratio. So you can make sure that you are actually getting the currency that you want based on the version that you want between speed, passing, and finishing.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting, Tack, where there's 3 different versions of the Zico. So I kind of want to check out the individual stats right away, just so we can show the difference, right?
Yeah, let's take a look at them. You guys will see that the difference is not like super big between version to version.
Like, can we look at the passing one? See, it's slightly different. Boosted passing there. 5-5 as well on weak foot.
Yeah, the comparison here, for an example, with the Prime Icon version, Zico, all the three versions here from Centurions are better than the Prime Icon Zico, even though they're the same OVR. So pay attention to the attributes and in-game stats, because it's a good difference.
Yep. I don't think they have secondary positions on these though, but the traits should all be the same. Work rates, I believe, are the same. Last I checked. Yeah, high, medium. Yeah, it's just gonna be the certain attributes like passing, shooting, pace. So, like you said, Tack, you come in, you claim the progress from your matches and skill games. If you guys remember Toddy, it was kind of similar to that, where you get this, and then once you hit 100, we're not going to go through and do all these matches. You get your traits points, 100 traits points, and then you come in here, and then there's passing trait points, there's shooting traits points, and you have these ones here. And then from there, you're also going to be having the speeds traits points to unlock the different rewards, and once you get right to 5 out of 5, that's when you can claim the Zico of your choice. They all have different reward totals, so it's going to be up to you, right, chat, to choose. Who are we going with? Who would we choose? Shooting, passing, or speed? Which Zico are you choosing?
You know what I would do? I would wait to see how the new passing with the gameplay update would be to see the value out of it, because this could be the clear choice if the passing attributes are like very noticeable. So that's what I would do.
That's a good call to see, like, will that extra passing boost really make an impact? Because like the physicality isn't an option, so he's going to be still, was it 68 physicality, 70? The speed, I'm seeing a lot of people going speed, but I don't know, chat. That extra passing might be worthwhile. But
Yeah.
while we see chat decide, we should go into the other chapter here, which is Find Centurions. And that's where we saw the board from Winter Wildcards. You guys remember that. But yeah, Attack, if you want to kind of run us through here with like the scout searching, right?
Yeah, absolutely. This is similar, very, very similar to you guys that played Winter Wildcards. So you come here, you have an option to play AI match, VSA, or head-to-head in Scout Searching to accumulate points. And once you have 100 points, you can exchange them for rows in the board. As you can see, head-to-head gives a little bit more progress than the other types, because, well, you're playing against a real player. They're technically more difficult. Of course, you can purchase the scouting points with FC points, but there we go. It functions very, very similarly. So you got the milestone there that you can claim after 4 full rounds of it, and you just got new rewards. Each of the houses there in the board gives a different reward, and there are some highlighted ones with better rewards. So,
Yeah, so it's
good
like,
to see a staple, like a favorite from the community coming back. I had a lot of fun in Winter Wildcards with this. The rewards were very nice.
yeah, it was a fun one. And then there's this one for every 4 laps. You also get an extra reward. But yeah, like you mentioned, every day you're going to come in and basically try to get your 100 scout points. Maybe you just do it with 2 head-to-head wins, or maybe you just do it with your PvE matches. But you'll come in and do that. And then you can also, there's this one here, which is you can exchange players for scout points. And then all your scout points go towards the board. So it'll be fun to go through, and they will have different rewards like you saw in different players. And then here are the rewards for every lap. So after you complete a lap, 1 lap or 3 laps, you do get different options. Here you have the Mascherano, which is after 3 laps, and it also requires 5,000 gems. And then we go all the way down to, again, either a 93-97 or 1,000,000 coins, and then wrap up with this 94 untradeable. So they're mostly untradeable in this row, but at least there's the Mascherano after 3 there. So it's kind of your choice of how you want to play this chapter. You can come in and just just auto play those PvE matches, or you can go through it faster and do verse attacker head to head. So really depends, I think, on how much time you want to spend on this one. And then on top of that, there's the exchange where you can exchange players once per day. And then, yeah, we got an add one for scout points, and then just the regular offers here too. So what do we think, chat? Are we happy that the board is back?
Yeah, don't take for granted the rewards in the board, because they stack up, as we all seen in Winter Wildcards, for an example. I still face Tapsobas, stacked up Tapsobas here and there in head-to-head, so it will be interesting to see.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll see a lot of Hainans or new houses here. But at least for the other rewards, you might get some interesting untradables. Or there's the Milenkovic. This one actually you might see. If you get a bunch of these 93 Milenkoviches, might actually be worth. But yeah, outside of that, the other chapters unlock on April 11th for the Makalele and Lam. So you'll have to wait to see how that looks. Otherwise, the quests here for Mascherano, nothing that's too out of the ordinary here. So just playing the event will get you all of these, and you'll get extra scout points to go through. And then the Star Pass here, Centurions Pass. This one is really cool because you have the Xabi Alonso, and you can see he's got the gyroscope with it. And a cool one about this one, chat, right, is you remember there's the Vinny, there's the Son that had this. With the April update, you'll actually be able to do this gyroscope in game too. So like say you're in a head-to-head match and you score with this Xabi Alonso, if you move your phone around, you'll actually see his gyroscope even in game. So very cool player item art.
Yeah, shout out to Xabi Alonso, doing great there at Leverkusen.
Undefeated.
Is he still undefeated? Feels like it's been years.
Yeah, like I know, right? They're on like the craziest of runs. Patrick Schick has been scoring in extra time like practically every match. It's been Bayer never loosen. That's what exactly. Yeah. 49 games. It's been unreal.
Yeah, the Harry Kane curse is kicking in for them.
Yeah, I mean, Dortmund kind of put the nail in the coffin there. It's all but done.
Yep.
All right, let's pull up the Xabi Alonso, though. Let's take a look at his stats as a CDM.
He's also one of those midfielders that have really high passing stats, but are not usually the fastest ones, right? So I'm really looking forward to see how these archetype of players perform after the April update.
Yeah, look right away. Short passing is 98. Like we mentioned, guys, in the April gameplay update, short passing attribute means faster passes. So he will be one of the higher short passing ratings, which means that he'll likely be able to thread the needle on passes. And then the other one, crossing 83, that isn't the highest. But again, I think after the gameplay update, certain players that maybe didn't fit the bill because of physicality might be more useful. The other one as well, TAC, is challenge mode is the same. There's going to be the weekend challenge mode. There's the daily challenge mode. We won't show it up. It's not super, super different from the usual. And then exchanges, I'll pull that up as well. Again, pretty straightforward. There's also going to be a special like icon exchange that's going to be coming in. So keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, these are all pretty much the standards with different exchanges coming in at certain points in time.
Yep, similar to previous events, and yeah, this is the new one that we wanted to show, right, Antoine?
Yeah, the showdown exchanges. So I was curious, chat, how many of you did the showdown exchanges from last week, and who did you get? Did anybody get the +2 on anyone, or did you just do all of the exchanges and tried to get an upgrade anywhere? Yeah, someone did Foden and Havertz.
This Varane is looking interesting. Him at 94 could be a very usable player item. Yeah, high pace.
And then we'll check out Bradley here. I'm curious, chat, between Bradley and Varane, let's say you could only pick one. Who are you choosing? Bradley. Yep.
I think Bradley has Liverpool has technically more chances to get away with the win, so maybe that's a perspective there.
Yeah, and this would probably be, this is easily his first item, I think, and he's just broken into the team recently. But yeah, I think I saw that Liverpool were odds-on favorites now to take the title. All right, so Tack, I've got the whole player list open with all the new players that are coming out tomorrow at Reset. You can even see there's a few of the MLS icons, chat. They're in there. I'm just going to go down the list here of all the new players, starting with Drogba. 97 MLS icon Drogba.
Looking fine, Mr. Didier. Looking fine. Look at those shooting stats.
Drogba does look good. Stevie G, speaking of Liverpool, all around. I want to check his... Ooh, look at that short passing, chat. 102. Look at that. That must be one of the higher ones we've seen.
Yeah, it's looking like a very solid. People will have to get past the skill moves there. It's no lane change, but stats-wise, looking great.
No secondary position there. And let's take a look at Neymar. We have him here as a left wing, but I believe he's going to be right wing in game. So this is work in progress, chat. Some of the things in the stream can change. So just keep that in mind when you are watching the stream, that it's not always 100% locked in. But yeah, he's going to be right wing. I believe he's going to have left wing as a secondary position. Yeah, this will just be switched. And then he'll also have Cam as a secondary position. So he's right wing, guys. Don't worry.
Look at this. Unfortunately, I don't have the budget to include him in my team as of right now. So maybe a future project.
Someone to go for later, yeah. I agree. I think that's the dub, chat. And we have Sergio Ramos, 100 physicality. I think he's going to be defending crosses really well. Yeah, he is going to be a mainstay in most people's defense. And Marco van Basten. It's been a minute since we've seen him. 100 shooting. Check that out, chat. 89 pace, but yeah, look at the finishing. Look at the positioning. He is a marksman. He is back. And then Beasley, another MLS icon, will pull up here. MLS hero. Good pace, actually. He'll be able to play pretty much all over the pitch. Got good dribbling, medium, high. I believe we have a secondary position. Oh, sorry, pressed the wrong one here. Oh, interesting. Is there no secondary position for Beasley? I remember seeing. Did I see one there? Yeah, I think left mid was a secondary position. Interesting why it's not showing. But in any case, keep an eye out for that. Definitely a versatile player. And then Campos, chat, at 96. What do you think about this one, Tack? Campos at 170 centimeters.
It's definitely a head scratcher there. Stats wise, looking great, but we know that players usually don't opt him for in goal for in game to use in the lineup just because of the height.
Yeah, but it's a fun item regardless.
He's a fun item.
And
He's
speaking
a fun player. If you guys look up his history, it's super interesting. So definitely deserved the spot there.
For sure. And then Gavi here actually is a secondary position, left wing. Usually Gavi items don't have the highest of physicality, but dribbling and passing look interesting. And then short passing guys, 100. This is another player that I think will benefit from the April gameplay update.
Agreed. Even though he doesn't have the highest physical stats, his aggression is really high. So he won't be a hindrance defensive-wise in your team.
Robbie Keane here. 98, 99, 98 for pace shooting dribbling. Very solid there. Good finishing. Decent physical. But there's a lot of strikers out there in the 96, 95 range. But he is one in that list. And then let's check out Royce, who is in that player item video. Can play CF.
He has a lot of traits. Barely fits his
Yeah.
description. Traity player.
Medium, 4-5. Had good passing stats and decent dribbling. And we'll take a look here at Schweinsteiger, who also had a 96 and Toddy, so not a huge difference here. No secondary position, but keep an eye out for that. Oh, I'm struggling with that. We'll go over this one pretty quickly, mostly in the 90s. I don't think anything on 100 and high. I think a lot of people have been asking about Zambrotta. He is back, chat. Zambrotta left back here. 96 pace, 93 defending, 88 physical. Whew, this one stands out. I think we got a nice looking left back here.
This is good. 5-star weak foot. Super fast, very physical, great defending.
Just all around.
Yep.
High, medium. Nice. Let me see if I can... Yeah. Thiago Almada here for MLS. One of the new MLS items is center mid. Let's check. He has Cam and CF as his secondary position. Smooth dribbling on this one. 104 agility. If you guys were looking for an MLS Almada, here he is. But I think people are still dropping dubs when it comes to Zambrotta. How many of you who are looking for a new left back are already earmarking Zambrotta as the guy? Are you guys looking at Zambrotta and going, "Ooh, he's in"? He won't be cheap. That is true.
Yeah, I agree with you. Deadly89_.
We'll go through Lampard pretty quickly here. He had his 93 in Toddy as well. And then Pirlo. It's been a minute since we've had a Pirlo. I think Winter Wildcards was the last time. If you want to take a look, chat, at Pirlo, what are we seeing here? We'll put in his secondary position. Probably. Oh, no secondary position. Hold up a second. Usually he gets yeah, he's got CM as a secondary position. It's just not showing up.
Makes sense.
Yeah, he can
Such
play
a big
CM,
fan of
guys.
Rirlo.
So smooth.
Good passing, yeah. He's one of those players when he's on the pitch, I just try my best to, hit those long balls.
Oh yeah.
He dictates my play style too.
Yeah, and then you just look at the short passing 101. He's one of those guys where maybe he was overlooked before because of pace and physicality, but I think once the update comes out, chat, he might be one of those guys who can play a really deadly through ball. All right, we'll go through Emmanuel Reynoso here from Minnesota United. We've had a really good start to the MLS season, if any of you are following. They are, I think, top 3 in the league at the moment. And then let's check out Jamie Vardy. Let's check out the stats on the Leicester legend, Jamie Vardy himself. 94, 96, 90 dribbling, and 86 physical. What do we think, chat? Dubs? I see a couple dubs there for Vardy.
He's looking good. He's looking good.
So we'll just quickly get through a few more, and you can see there's the different icon versions we had as well. I think we want to show a couple more players here, chat, and then after that we'll get into some giveaways in a little bit. But we got Veron here, overall very solid with the passing at 96, 100 as well, short passing. Aggression is up there as expected. Got here Kai Wagner for Philadelphia Union. Hopefully we get an action shot in for him. Very standout left back there in the MLS. And then Eder Militao, the Utah legend from last year.
Look at that. I don't have space in my team for more center backs. But this guy's looking so good.
Look at the jumping, 103 jumping.
Yeah, it's the pace and the defending stats so high. Pretty good.
Yeah. Also just getting 97 defending, 94 physical. And he's a guy that just plays well if you've had him in your team before. Some guys just defend really well. I've noticed like Vidic is one of those where he's still like lower OVR compared to the kind of the curve, but he still gets in there. I feel like Militao is one of those really athletic center backs.
Yeah, he has the jazz, like Van Dijk, for an example.
100%. We got another Brazilian compatriot here with Anderson Talisca, who always gets really good stats, and this one is no different.
He is really, really good.
Ooh, somebody was asking walkout animation. Should I go and open like some packs just to see how it looks like quickly, and we can do giveaways at the same time?
Yeah, let's try that while we jump into giveaways. So guys, I was looking at chat and I don't think anybody got our hashtag for today right. So
Nope.
I'll explain how giveaways work, right? So unfortunately, people who are watching on YouTube cannot participate. To participate in the giveaway, you need to jump into our Twitch live stream and drop the hashtag into chat there. All right. So I'll give you some time to if you want to switch platforms, but you can keep watching wherever it's more convenient for you. So the hashtag for today is hashtag 100. Somebody almost got it right. You need to type it out, 100, all right? It's not the numbers, hashtag 100. Today we're going to pick 5 winners. So drop the hashtag 100. As long as you drop it right now, you're able to participate. We're going to get 5 winners, and the winners can choose one of the player items that we display today. Could be MLS icons, it could be Centurions player items. So everything is up for grabs. We will chat with the winners later on to get your choice. So good luck to everyone. All you need to do again is drop hashtag 100 into Twitch chat, and you are already participating. So good luck, guys that are sharing it on YouTube. You need to share it on Twitch, all right, for us to be able to talk with you guys. It's not like we have any favorite platform. It's because Twitch has a DM system, and we can speak with you guys because we need to get your choice. Oh, Sebastian Driussi. He's Austin FC had a miserable start in the season, but it's my home team here, so gotta keep on cheering for them.
Speaking of home teams, Ryan Gauld, Whitecaps won over the weekend. I was at the game on Saturday. They came back against Portland. This guy was in the middle of it all. Underrated Scottish player. If you are looking for hidden gems in the MLS, Ryan Gauld, he's up there. But for giveaways, Tack, I think we're doing any player, right? Any player that is available in the first week of Centurions, or even MLS. If there's any of these icons
or even
that
MLS.
you want. Yeah, any of them. I'm curious, who will people most likely pick? I feel like we'll get a lot of Ramos, Neymar, and I think Zambrota. I could see people picking him.
I think we'll see 2 Neymars and 3 Zambrotas. All right, we have the first winner today. The first winner is Asper8th. Congratulations. So if you won, what will happen is that you will receive a message on Twitch from the team. So make sure that you're following us because sometimes we cannot message you. So make sure that you're following us so you can get your message. Right, 1 down, 4 more to go. Ooh, walkout. Oh, you got Rice. Nice.
Got Royce, guys.
Rice, yeah.
That EA employee luck.
Yeah, you're always lucky in those, right?
Yeah, what was it? Pele 95 last time? Look at that. Ooh, okay. And I got Veron in there.
Yeah. Nice
Damn.
little sidekick for Rice.
Yeah.
We have the second winner ready. It's Krish Thapa. Congratulations, Krish Thapa. Nice walkout animation, but the hero's animation was so incredible. It's still in my mind.
Yeah.
Stuani.
Christian Stuani.
Girona. All right, we have our third winner. That's a tricky username to spell it out. ZX Triplets. ZXTRXPZ. Congratulations, you're the third winner. And you're the winner of most difficult username to say it out loud. How would you say that? Zixer Tripses.
I'm just gonna change my kit so it's not.
All right, fourth winner is ready. It's Danny Zarko. Congratulations. You get to pick any of those players.
Let's see if I can score a goal quickly with one of the Centurions players before we call it a day. See someone say, Balkan community is ready for spectator mode. That is great to hear.
Oh, yes.
I hope we see some good community tournaments.
Yeah, I was actually talking to one of the organizers of these organic tournaments for FC Mobile from the Balkans, and shout out actually to Soldier. Excited to see what you guys are going to cook up with the spectator mode. All right, last winner is here and ready. It's Gian Grisolia. Congratulations, Gian. You were the fifth and final winner. With this, we wrap up the giveaway today. and almost the show. So if you, oh nice, you scored with Aliska, the real actual goat. If you won today, the giveaway, be sure to follow us on Twitch, because you're going to receive a message from the team just asking for more information and your choice. So wow,
so
what a show
pretty
today.
jam-packed show.
Yeah, exactly. We've been talking here for so long. Lots of good stuff actually to talk about. So I hope you guys are as excited as we are, both for Centurions but also for April update. Just a quick reminder before we wrap it up: Centurions comes Thursday, April 4th, UTC, to the game. And April update, together with the gameplay update and spectator mode and more quality of life changes, is coming April 9th UTC. Depending on your time zone and where you live, it could be April 8th, for an example. And we will keep you updated in social media about maintenance time and overall how the update's going to work like.
Looking forward to it. Should be fun.
Yep.
A lot of great things coming. And as always, let us know your feedback with the new gameplay adjustments, for passing, for dribbling, for crossing. We want to see what you guys think, what you guys feel. Share it on all the channels. Same thing with spectator mode, and then Centurions as well. So it's always a fun time being on these shows, and there's so much to share. So many dubs in the chat. It's great. So we'll see you guys in our next show. We don't have the confirmed date yet on that one, but that should be another great one. So yeah, thank you everybody for coming on. Hope you have a great rest of your day, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. It's been a blast.
Yeah, thank you guys. See you in the next one.
Take care. See you guys.